Everyone is very serious.
What's that?
Everyone is very serious in your meeting. It's like a
Very serious.
I feel like everyone is doing something and waiting to start.
I'm so excited today. I can see new faces in our meeting today.
Nice.
Yeah, new ladies. New ladies.
Welcome. Just have to make sure my daughter doesn't run into the internet. She's watching TV.
I'm alone. I've sent the whole family to the Oktoberfest. I told them I don't want to see you. I need to be alone.
That's so cool, though.
Yes, we have Oktoberfest in Germany. So I told them, okay, bye. Tschüss in Germany. I don't want to see you.
Go.
Go.
That's good. That's good. Oh.
Standing across the room, I saw you smile. I said I wanna talk to you for a little while. But before I make my move, my emotions start running wild. My tongue gets tied, and that's no lie. I'm looking in your eyes. I'm looking in your big brown eyes. Oh yeah, and I've got this to say to you. Hey, girl, I want to make you sweat, sweat till you can't sweat no more. And if you cry out, I'm gonna push it some more. Girl, I want to make you sweat, sweat till you can't sweat no more. And if you cry out, I'm gonna push it some more. A la 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 long, a la 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 long, long. Come on, a la 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 long, a la 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 long.
Great brother, great father, and great husband.
Okay, I will start now, but please be sure that all your microphones are muted, please. Okay, let's start. Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard EF Friends Flight 89B bound for St. Catherine, Jamaica. Today's flight time will be about 1 hour and 20 minutes following takeoff. In Jamaica, the weather is propitious for learning. The captain of the flight is Miss Monifa Gordon, and this is your flight attendant, Sanaria, from Germany. Now, please make sure that your seat back is in the upright position, your camera is on, and your microphone is muted. And we recommend that you continue with your camera on all the time for better communication reasons. Your cooperation will be much appreciated. We also ask that you already prepare your questions. And when you are ready, please raise your hand, turn on your microphone, introduce yourself, and then ask your questions. If there is anything we can do for you, please let us know. Thank you for choosing EF Friends Airlines and enjoy your flight. So thank you, Ms. Gordon, for taking some time off from your busy schedule to be with us in this interview. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Thanks. Okay, I will start and then I will pass to our passengers. Please, Ms. Gordon, tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right, sure. So hi again, everyone. I hope you are ready for the flight. So I am Monifa Gordon. I am a 33-year-old mom. I've been an ESL instructor since 2016, and I'm very passionate about it. And for me personally, I am someone who is fun, energetic. My hobbies include volunteering. As I told Sanaria earlier, I love dancing. I love music. I can't sing, but I love music. And yeah, and traveling, of course, like the travel blog. So that's just a little bit about me.
So thank you, Ms. Gordon, for this beautiful introduction about yourself. And I can see that we have a lot of things in common between us. So thank you. Okay, I will pass now to our passengers. Okay, we have Isaq. Isaq, can you please introduce yourself and ask your questions?
Okay, hello everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Okay, I am Isaq. I'm from Brazil. Okay, I am 38 years old. I work at the post office. Okay, my questions. Hello, Morfina.
Yeah, I can hear. I can hear.
Which languages can you speak? The first question. And the second question is, are you interested in learning a new language? Which one and why?
Okay. Very good question. Very good question, Isaq. All right, so for me, guess what, guys? I only speak English, like nothing else, only English. But I do want to learn Spanish for more than one reason. One, because personally, I feel like it comes next to English, and I hope to travel a lot more in the future. So I want to learn that. And two, I actually want to relate more to students to know even more like how it is learning another language, the process itself. So those are the two main reasons why I want to learn another language.
Wow. So thank you. So it's really amazing. And it's also my dream to learn Spanish, actually.
Yeah.
So hopefully one day.
And I feel like if I learn Spanish, I learn Portuguese soon.
Yeah. We have Adriano here. He can teach us. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you, Isaq. And now, Peter Chiu, is your turn.
Yeah, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Peter from Taiwan, and I'm retired for 3 years ago. So I restarted my English just for traveling. Welcome to Taiwan, everyone. My question is, what country have you already visited? And which one would be the next one?
All right. Another good question. Thanks for the question, Peter. All right. So for me, the countries I've been to would have been the United States, because it's close, Canada, and I've been to Guyana in South America. And the next country I'm hoping will be Germany. I really want to visit there because I'm very fascinated by the culture, the people. So for me, that's like one of my biggest dreams right now.
I see. So cute. Wow. Okay. Okay. So nice. Okay. And I hope I can see you in Germany, Miss Gordon.
For sure. For sure.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Peter. This is a really great question. Thanks a lot. And the next we have Antonela.
Hi, everyone. I'm Antonela from Italy. So my question is, if you could have the chance to move to another country, where would you like to go? And why?
I did say before, this is a very hard question for me because I love traveling. But right now it would be Canada. And the only reason behind that is because of family. My sister lives there and my sister and I are like this, which means we are extremely close. And since the pandemic, we've really been apart and it's been very hard. And so we want to kind of just reconnect and stay that way. So for me, it's Canada right now, but I still want to kind of move around. But Canada is the main location.
Oh,
Thank you.
cute. Okay, okay, but can you do that? As Canada is really a cold country.
Yeah.
Is it?
And Jamaica is a very hot one. So
Yes, yeah, exactly. That's why there was a radical change between the weather. Perfect.
For me, it's perfect because I actually like to go there during the winter just to get away from the heat sometimes.
I see. Oh, okay. Okay, I like
I don't
it.
mind it.
Okay.
I don't mind.
Okay, then good luck. Good luck in Canada.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Gordon. Okay. Thank you, Antonella. The next one is Jose or Jose.
Hi, guys.
Jose. Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. Hi.
I'm Jose. I'm from Mexico. Great to see you again. I have a question. Would you like to tell us about a famous person who inspires you and why?
All right. No problem. All right. So for me, this is a famous person, but more so in Jamaica. Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah. So for me, there is a famous person here in Jamaica. Her name is Terry Carell Reed. For me personally, why I admire this young lady, it started years ago. She was a representative for Miss Jamaica World. But what I really loved about her was her authenticity. Like who she was, she kept that going into the competition because normally, like as a Jamaican and natural hair, it's not very common or normal to see that in, a competition like that. And they told her, like, you either could press it or do something else with your hair. And she said, no, I'd like to keep it as who I am, authentic, natural. And since then, I have seen her grow so much. She speaks so many languages. She's an amazing mother. She recently got the chance to do a TED Talk. So if you guys have the time, you can check it out. And I love how she raises her daughter, especially in the environment here in Jamaica. I think she does a very good job. She's a philanthropist. And I think, to be honest, I've tried to learn so much from her. She recently wrote a book, and her book talks about how you have to represent your brand. Like, be who you are, be authentic. Whatever you do, bring yourself to the table and then make it your way. And for me, I think that was a big thing. And I like how she brings awareness to so many things. For example, people who are, who have special needs don't necessarily get the attention sometimes. And here in Jamaica, we have like a cafe where the people who serve the coffee are actually deaf. So she brings a lot of awareness to that because people don't know about it. And she did a video where she was teaching her daughter to do sign language so that she would be able to communicate with them. And right now she's a hostess. So she hosts like events all the time. She's the number one, like, seeked out host in Jamaica right now. And she even hosts events internationally with Zoom, or she goes there. But yeah, so she's like a big inspiration for me. Felt like that was a mouthful. Yes.
Oh, actually, I really like the way you described her and you talked about her. She's really amazing. So thank you. Thanks a lot. And Jose, thanks a lot for your question. And Lorrainy, it's your turn.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi everyone. So my question is something about personal goals, and I'd like to know about your dreams or personal goals for your future.
Sure, no problem. You guys have some good questions. All right. So for me, I have a lot, but I'll give you guys maybe a few of them. All right. So as you know, I am an ESL instructor. But in doing it, one of my main goals, or what I would like to achieve in the future, is to actually have language schools in different locations. That's one thing. As you also know, I'm a blogger, right? EpicTourzZ. And for that, I work on like itineraries. I wouldn't say wrote a book, but I did a book recently about like things you could do here in Jamaica. So I want to create more books as it relates to Jamaica and guides and things like that. But I also want to have a tour company here in Jamaica. So those are the two reasons why I do those two things, because those are the end goals for them. And I'm passionate about those two things. So those are my main goals.
Good luck.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay. Okay. Now, Dita, it's your turn.
Dita.
Hello, Miss Monifa.
Hi.
Nice to see you here. And
Thank
thank you for your time to have a meeting with us.
No
And
problem.
you mentioned just now that you are a blogger, right? And you have a YouTube channel. So we are so wondering what was the background to make the YouTube channel, and what was your inspiration before so you could become a blogger now? Could you tell us, please?
The pandemic. All right. All right. So let's see. All right. So for me, to be honest, I wanted to start blogging from 2016. Like, it's been years. I had the idea. Because to be honest, I traveled maybe more when I was younger than now. But back then, blogging wasn't really so popular. So I remember visiting my sister in Canada in 2016. And I was reaching out to like a few places to do like collaborations with. But I was clueless. I was trying to start it and people were responding. And I was like, this could work. But I don't know what happened in that space of time, but I did not start it. I ended up starting it during the pandemic. And for me, I think I started it because we were kind of boxed in, being home, but I was still able to go to like the hidden places because there are a lot of rivers and waterfalls and things like that. And that didn't really affect us in the pandemic. So I was able to do that. And friends and family members always ask me, so where can I go? Where can I get some good food? So I decided, okay, maybe I should just start a channel and get the blog out. And in starting the blog, I can tell you I was clueless. So I spent literally sleepless nights at my computer trying to figure out how to create a website and what to do. And I did it from scratch from the start. And I remember it not working like a day after. And I was so hurt because it took me so long, the sleepless nights. But then I had to do everything again. And then it started working and I was happy. So even coming from that, I also have a toddler and, you know, she has a very big personality. And at first, in starting it, I was afraid of putting her in videos and things like that because she's still kind of young. But she likes it. She takes my tripod and she goes, "Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel." So now I've incorporated her into it. So it's more about lifestyle, parenting, all of that. And I'm just passionate about it because I love writing. And then that blog started before the English blog started. But that's where that came from. I was like, okay, this focuses on travel. Now let me have one that focuses on English. And this helps to, at the same time, drive people to my different, social media sites. So yeah, I hope that answers the question.
So beautiful. And I was just watching you the whole time, how you speaking or talking about your passion, your dream, and how you are enjoying the journey to fulfill your dream. So if you don't mind, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Through this journey and your project, what does your project add to you?
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe some of this confidence that I've been getting lately could be a part of that. It also helps me, to be honest, to be more aware. I have learned so much, especially as it relates to English, like as an English teacher. I have learned so many things that I did not know. And I think it helps me to communicate better because I'm able to talk about a lot of different topics with ease. So it makes that a little easier. It also helps me to stay grounded because, I think sometimes we kind of take things for granted. And I try my best not to do that based on, past. So for me personally, I think it just helps me to stay grounded more than anything else. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And last thing, Miss Gordon, I can see my dream through you.
Oh yeah, really?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
That means a lot. That means a lot. That means a lot. No problem. No problem.
Okay. Belli, it's your turn.
Oh, yes. Hello, Miss Monifa. Hello, everyone. I'm Belli and I'm from Indonesia. As we know that you are from Jamaica, so would you recommend us about a movie or books or something that help us know more about your culture, about your country, Jamaica? Thank you, Miss Monifa.
Sure. All right. No, that's a good question, Belli. All right. So Jamaica, movies, books. All right. So I'm not sure if you are all aware, but Jamaicans, the culture here is very, I think unique is the word to use. It's very different. A movie that I would recommend to kind of show you Jamaica and sometimes the difficulties that people go through. I mean, everyone is maybe used to Cool Runnings, or I think it's called Below Zero in some countries. It has different names, but Cool Runnings is a very good one. But there's another one called The Harder They Come. I would recommend that one. And the star is Jimmy Cliff. If you guys like Jimmy Cliff's music, it's a good one to watch. And for a book, there's a book called The Lunatic. I'm not sure if you guys know what lunatic means. It's kind of like a crazy person. But it's about someone who was mental and, he met a woman. It's very interesting because the book shows you that, to be honest, it's not only like mental illness is not subject to only people who might be like homeless or things like that. It shows you that it comes from different places. But the thing with that book is it may have like, it's not all standard English. It might have a little bit of the Jamaican dialect in there. And that's as Jamaican as it gets, right? So that's one. And music, I'm sure everyone is familiar with Bob Marley. So I won't give you Bob Marley's music today. I want you guys to try listening to some of his son's music, Damian Marley. He has a song called Welcome to Jamrock. It's a very nice song, and it gives you an idea of the Jamaican culture. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Belli, for your question. Edith, it's your turn.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Hello, Monifa. Nice to meet you. I'm from Mexico. I make the question, what is the most important event in your country and who do you celebrate it?
All right. So quick question, Edith. The most important event in general or just to Jamaica?
I think just Jamaica.
All right. So to Jamaica, I would say it's our Independence Day. Other than that, it's Christmas. But it's Independence Day. It's usually celebrated on August 6th, which of course is when Jamaica, was no longer a colony of, the British. And usually for that, people go to the National Stadium, and it's usually really packed and crowded. And they just celebrate with music. They have drama, fireworks, entertainment, things like that. And then following that, people go to like parties. Partying is a very big event in Jamaica. For any event or any major event, there is some kind of party afterwards. So after they do Grand Gala, that's the name of it, they go partying. Me, I stay home.
Oh,
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay, thank you, Edith, for your question. And we have Brock.
Brock. Where are you?
Brock, are you there? Okay, I can see you. No.
He is in mute. Bro?
He's mute?
Yes. Let me see.
Okay.
No? Okay. You can go next.
Okay. So next we have Manar.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Manar from Saudi Arabia. Hi, Monifa. My question, thank you. My question is, if you weren't a teacher, what would you be? What would you like to be, and why? Thank you.
For me, I believe if it wasn't teaching, it would have been something related to marketing. That's what I did my degree in university. It was production operations and marketing. And since the change in terms of with technology and social media, I really love digital marketing. So I think it's something that I would do outside of, teaching.
Marketing.
Because I like technology. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Manar. And Irina, you are.
Hi.
Are you here? Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I'm Irina from Moldova. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you, Monifa.
Nice to meet you too.
I'd like to ask you a question. My question is, what is your style of teaching? And the next thing, what do you enjoy most about teaching?
All right. So let's start with the style. So for me personally, the goal of any lesson is for the student to get better. And what I've realized is that speaking is a problem for most people. So I usually do like 20% of the speaking and allow the student to do 80%. And the reason for that is it allows them the chance to really practice. But in giving them that 80%, I'm still there guiding, giving the corrections where needed, things like that. And there's a lot of pressure already for learning, another language. So I try to make the lessons fun and interactive. If I realize that in starting out, the person is very shy and reserved and they don't really want to talk, I try to find a way to kind of break the ice. So I'll just kind of get to know them, ask them questions, and they start talking. So that works. But the main goal is to make sure that they do most of the speaking and I do the guiding. And I also like to help them to figure out what their mistakes are instead of just giving the answer. Because I feel like when they try and figure it out, it makes it a little bit better for them in the long run. But if they can't, then I'll help them with it. So that's my style.
Beautiful style. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Did I answer both questions or that was just one?
Perfect.
And what do you enjoy about?
Oh, what do I enjoy about it? About teaching, right? For me, it means I had this, or maybe I'll share this later. But for me, it means everything when a student gets it. Once it is where I know something has been a challenge or very hard, and I see where they get it and they understand and they start laughing and they're so happy. I love seeing that. So for me, I enjoy seeing that and I enjoy helping, them to get to that point.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay, thank you, Irina. Okay, Anna. Hi.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for today. I have a question. So just tell us a little bit how you started to work in EF and how long you have been teaching on EF, teacher.
All right, sure. All right, so I started with EF in 2018. How I got started there was very weird, but I was teaching before for other companies online. And a friend of mine here was telling me of a friend he had that was working for a company doing the same thing that I did. So then, because to be honest, as a Jamaican, it's very challenging to find a job in the ESL world because I think they don't know that we speak English. I don't know, but it's a very big challenge. So when I was introduced to them and I did the interview, I really felt comfortable. It was nice. They were friendly. And since I started, I feel like it has been the best decision I've made. Because even with the other companies before, they still had a lot of they were very strict. With EF, it's a little bit more relaxing, natural, enjoyable. And so, so there was no special way I got into, EF. It was just a friend of a friend who said,
Very good, very good. And besides EF, do you work anywhere else? And it is full-time or part-time job?
So for me, EF is full-time, thankfully, because I'm happy for the flexibility, especially with a toddler. So I do it full-time, but as you realize, I do the blog and the English stuff otherwise. But it's full-time. So everything is full-time, so I don't have a life.
Thank you very much.
That's it. No problem.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay, Adriana. our IT man.
Yes.
Adriano.
Hello, Madam. I'm
Hello.
so happy to stay at Jamaica. And I could say in the Central America, for me, Jamaica is the most cultural country in the Central America. So let's go to the questions. Miss Monifa, could you tell us a funny, unusual facts that you remember from group class on EF? For example, have you ever had a group class with only one student, or have you ever to expel a student from the room, or one class just listen students? Some conflicts. Please tell me about group class.
All right, fair enough. I've had a little bit of all of those, but to be honest, they don't happen often. They've maybe all only happened once. For example, for having one group class with only one student, that has happened before. And for the student, of course, that's great because they get to do a one-on-one lesson. So that happens. Also, this happened to me maybe 2 weeks ago, and it was the first time I had a group class, and it was almost full, and everyone was just listening in. And I was like, how do I do this? Like, do I talk to myself because no one is talking, no one is joining in? And I literally just still had to continue until somewhere in the middle, someone unmuted and started participating. But that was the first that happened, and hopefully the last. I've had a weird student before, and like he came into the lesson and there was just this heavy breathing in the microphone and he wasn't speaking. And I'm there saying hello. And the breathing is in the microphone, so I know he's there. And he's not talking. So like I typed in the chat box, are you there? Yes, I am. He answered, but he's not talking. All I'm hearing is the breathing. After like 10 or 15 minutes, I came out and I sent EF a message and said I wasn't comfortable because my camera was on, their camera was off. There's this heavy breathing. Yeah, and then when I looked back, all the previous teachers had the same problem. So I'm not sure what his English goals were, but it was a challenge, so I didn't do that one. And one of the first problems I faced was racism, but it didn't bother me. It happened at the end of the lesson. The person did not participate throughout the entire lesson. So no participation, but when we were ending the lesson, he typed something very rude in the chat box. But EF kind of monitors that stuff, so they dealt with that. But it's fine. I expected that. Yeah.
Please don't send the invitation of the group for this guy.
Oh no. This guy doesn't even talk. I don't even know what this guy sounds like.
Good students are welcome in your group, okay?
Yeah. I invited some recently, but I don't know if they did get to join. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Okay. Thank you, Adriano, for your question. Okay. And now we have Alexandra Medina.
Hi, teacher.
Hi.
I'm Alexandra, and I'm from Colombia. And I love to be next to the window that fly. So
same here.
My question, my question is: do you have some advice to give to your students to improve their confidence with English, and for students who are planning to work in the same field as you?
All right. Good question. Very nice question. Are you planning to start teaching?
Yeah.
All right. For me, the advice that I would give as it relates to and this is from, I guess, for me, where I came from with it. For confidence, it started out with a lot of reading for me. I read a lot of books about confidence and growth. I'm very big on personal development. I don't know if I seem confident now because I'm actually very nervous. I'm here playing with some things in my hand, right? Yeah, but it really comes from, that's where it started. Reading was very big for me. I read books like How to Have Confidence, How to Deal with People, How to Win Friends, and things like, books like those. And they were very helpful. And then the second one was just to start. Whatever it is you want to do, just start. Because when you start, then you will eventually start to grow and start to get better at it, if this is something that you really love. So you'll find different things, read books, watch videos, find strategies that work for you. For me, my strategy of coping is rolling and twisting things. For everyone, it's different, right? I also try to be comfortable with what I'm doing before I start. So just like I told Sanaria earlier, before this, I was dancing and running up and down. Like, it's the same if I'm recording videos, I dance a little. I make myself feel comfortable, and then everything else comes after that. If it's something, it comes from just being comfortable with you. For me, it could be simple things. I'm not really someone who like wears a lot of makeup and things like that. But when I'm doing videos, I'll put it on and it makes me feel a little better. So it also helps. And it's just it's getting to know who you're also dealing with, right? So if it's confidence in teaching, if you have a student, get to know the student, not just have them as a student, like know who they are. Because when you develop that relationship with them, it's a lot easier for you to teach them after that. So find out what their passions are and kind of talk about that a little, things that you can relate to, and it gets the conversation running a lot smoother and you feel a lot more comfortable after a while. But it comes from constant practice, consistently practicing. All right?
Thank you, teacher.
You got this. No problem.
Okay, that was great. Okay, thank you. Henry.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I Miss Monifa.
Hi.
My name is Henry Alvarado. I am from Guatemala. My question is more like a personal recommendation or advice. What is your advice for people who want to learn foreign language?
All right. My advice is to, one, just go for it. And two, do not overthink it. And the reason why I say that is in learning anything, it's a process. In learning anything, mistakes will happen. And I feel like from what I've seen, especially with English, sometimes like people really beat themselves up if they make like mistakes. And I've been explaining that it's never going to be perfect, right? It's not going to be perfect. The goal is for you to be able to communicate effectively so that someone can understand you and that you can understand them. Unless it's like an examination, that's a little different. But if that is the case, then just go for it. Like, just don't overthink it and think, oh, I'm making too many mistakes. The goal is to learn from your mistakes, move on. That's it. But I would say go for it if you want to learn another language. It's good. It's an asset. Yeah.
Okay.
Does that help?
Thank you.
Yeah,
right,
sure.
Thank you. Okay. Orel?
Oh, yeah. Orel said Did the battery die?
No, he's not here. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go to Bruno now. Bruno.
Hi, Samira. Hi, Fox. Good day for everybody. Hi, Mr. Gordon. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
My name is Bruno.
Nice to meet you too, Bruno.
Yeah. My name is Bruno. I'm from Brazil. I'm 31 years old. And my question is, I think a little common for everybody that try to learn a foreign language, is that possible to master the language? Because as a student, as people that are not native, you are not satisfied with the level, the language that you acquire, that you have. And my question is that possible to acquire a high level? You don't have natives, you don't have touch with the contents every day, only be students. You think, your personal opinion, is that possible for like students to acquire a high level of English, even though we are not in the country, even though we don't have the opportunity to speak with natives? Is that possible?
So not even having the opportunity to speak, but they could speak with non-natives or nobody to speak with at all? Because for that, it's possible, right? But I'm going to be 100% real. It is very possible, but it is going to take 10 times or 100 times the work effort. So you would have to make that sacrifice to make sure that you do as much as you can. You said from lessons or as students, it wouldn't work if you're just a student. You, as in doing lessons, you have to be applying it. But you might not have people around you to speak to. Use your phone, record videos of yourself speaking, listen to it, watch things on TV, rephrase, practice things like those, and it is possible. But as I said, you have to be someone who is very, 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 notice the emphasis, extremely determined to do that. It's a lot easier, even if you can speak to a non-native, that's fine. But it really comes down to, you can know all the theory, you could know the grammar rules, you could know those things, but you have to be practical. You have to practice the speaking. So if you don't have anyone to speak to, use your phone, record yourself and listen. Do you sound like, is the fluency there? Things like that, or ask a friend to listen to it. Do I sound fluent? Like, just find different strategies that work for you. But you have to put in the time and the effort, a lot of time and a lot of effort, but it's possible. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Martha. Hi. Martha, you are muted. Yes.
Hi, thank you.
Welcome.
Good morning. I am here in Bogota, Colombia. It's a pleasure to have the opportunity to do a question for you. I am working in technology, yeah, and my boss assigned me a client in Jamaica. So, yeah, for me, it's really important to know some tips that can help me to break the ice with the client, because my role is client delivery manager, and other things or tips, and how can I understand them, because they speak different English that I can understand. So for me, I am really nervous about the situation. So now is perfect, your advice. Thank you.
All right. So you said they have you had any conversation with them yet?
The first conversation, but honestly, I can't understand just the 70% of the conversation because they speak quickly.
Fast. Okay, fair enough.
Exactly.
All right. So to be honest, like the Jamaican, I guess, mindset, Jamaicans are friendly. Based on what I know, the ones I know are friendly. So they are easy to talk to, all right? To find like common grounds with them, you could find out you could ask them questions about the country if you want to, because even though it's business, you still want to show that you want to learn about, their culture and what the business deal would be like and things like that. So talk to them about the culture, find out about like what's popular here. Talk about music. And I know that's not related to work, but as I said, you want to let everybody feel comfortable in the start. You don't want to just dive into business always. Yes, you want to be professional. So the conversation that you have should still be professional. Although, to be honest, Jamaicans are not big on professionalism, but it depends on the company and the job. But I would recommend just relaxing, having casual conversations with them, ask them about or talk about beaches. And to be honest, even though in Colombia you have a different language, there are some similarities based on what I've learned over the years between Colombians and Jamaicans. So you could have conversations around maybe like popular foods and things like that. Okay. Yeah, but it's not hard to like break the ice with Jamaicans. Just be you. I always say that, be you, be authentic. You could joke about things, tell them like a word in Patois. Patois is the dialect. So I'll give you like a quick example. Normally you would say like, how are you? What's going on? Jamaicans like to greet each other saying, Wagwan. And that's what's going on, but it's in Patois. But it's very common for if no one knows anything else in Patois in Jamaica, it's Wagwan, because it's saying, how are you? What's going on? And that will break the ice and you guys will laugh and then the conversation can go. It's very common. All right.
Okay.
I hope that helps. No problem.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Thank you for the information. And thank you, Martha, for your question. Thanks a lot. Okay. Orel. Hi, Orel.
Hello.
Hi.
You are muted. Orel.
Yeah, I'm just releasing. Yeah. Hi. I would like to ask you about teaching. It's probably related to something that already they asked, but it's something more specific about my experience, because I try to, to have a process to get the goal, to achieve ability to understand people when they're talking the language that I just start to to improve as much as possible. So I was stuck with this kind of how can I say that situation, that my pace is not as the pace that the teacher feels free to teach, and if I miss something and I misunderstood something, I feel that all the people around me just run away with the material, with the stuff, and I stuck and I ask myself, what did he say? What did he say? What happened here? What's present? And I just try to figure out. And I think my focus is more than it's good than the ability to catch the unknown or unfamiliar word. And so I would like to how you deal with this kind of students. I just want to match the pace of learning. Catch what you said.
You said, how do I deal with a student who wants to match the pace? That's what you said? My goal is to understand all what's happening, all what people and when I compress my ability to be concentrated in my language, it's much higher than the ability to catch. I try to concentrate, but I need more time to translate think about
myself, And I think how is the point of the cooperation? When you will make sure that we need patience. It's absolutely, But how we, how you can I say balance this communication problem?
All right,
You know what I mean? It's yes.
Okay, thank you, Orel. Yeah.
I think the first thing that you said that I think maybe you need to work on is you said you don't get the time to kind of translate it in your mind. With English, it's very hard, but the goal is to think in English and not translate. That's one thing, right? Because not all the translations equal. And that also sounds like it's coming from a place of needing to build up like your vocabulary to make things a little bit more clearer for you based on the conversations. In that case, what I would say that you have to pay close attention to is the context, because you might not get the full sentence, but you have to listen, try and get the key parts. And then getting the key parts, you can kind of fill in what was said. It might not always work out, but that would be my biggest suggestion, because unless you have the vocabulary, then it's just context. Those are the only two things I think that could help you in a situation like that.
Yeah,
all right. So yeah. So look, keep my suggestion would be to keep building on your vocab. Why? Because it will help you with the context. And so even because remember, there are synonyms, there are so many possible words you could use for one word. So it can be challenging. So it's good to know them, but it's a lot. I still practice vocabulary. There are so many words in the English language.
The problem is the synonym that I just know which word that we use in here also in Israel, but in another place you can say the same meaning, but in another word. So it's that's why I'm just struggling all the time to catch you. Even if I'm focused this day, I can be must focus, but it's not enough. We need to know.
Do some practical things to help you. So like if you like reading, read a lot. Reading really helps on building your vocabulary. Play like, if you're like me, you could play word games on your phone, like Scrabble, things that help you to create words and you could figure out what these words mean. Because to be honest, sometimes with Scrabble, I make up some words and they work. And then I go and say, okay, what does this mean? Right? So
just increase it much more to increase
increase your vocabulary. That's the key.
100 times then I do.
Yeah. Yes. And in increasing it, you have to pay close attention to not just the word, but look at like it's part of speech, how it's used, make sentences with it, because one word could be a verb, a noun, and right. So you have to details and then use it.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Gordon, for your advice. So your advice is really beneficial for all of us. Because I think all of us have the same problem when we want to express something. If the native speaker can express it in 3 words, we need maybe 25 words to express the same thing. Yeah. Right. So thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay. Thank you, Orel. Okay. Peter from Switzerland, our friend. Do you have any question to ask Ms. Gordon?
Ooh, Switzerland.
Peter, you are muted.
Peter, your microphone is muted.
Peter,
you're muted.
We can't hear you.
Now I'm okay. I live in Switzerland, in Basel, at the border of Germany and France. I have one question, but I don't want to have I want to know what you want to give. Tell me something about your life in your country.
Life in my country?
Yeah.
That's a very good question. I'm trying to figure out where to start. All right. So you want to know my life in general. So for me, I don't know if I should tell you guys, but
only what you want to tell.
No, it's not anything. It's just maybe something I don't know if you would believe, but I'm actually very introverted. I don't know if you believe that, but I see Dita's face. Yeah. So for me, I actually like being, even though I have the blog, I like being at home. I am home 90% of the time. If I go out, it's to go to like a beach or a river, supermarket, the basic stuff. I like to like take my daughter. Jamaica doesn't have like a lot of parks and adventure stuff like theme parks, unfortunately. So literally it's like beaches or parties. And I partied in university for like a year. It's not my thing. So for me, I like just relaxing, peace of mind. I am a gamer, so I'll play video games. I love playing games. So most times I'm home, but life in Jamaica, to be honest, it's not the safest country either. So you have to be careful when you go out, where you go, who you go with. I don't know if you guys saw recently, they're going to ban some kind of music here because it's kind of violent music and people are becoming more violent. So I'm not sure if it's because of the music, but some things have been happening like since the pandemic, which makes me kind of mindful when I go out. But for the most time, I would say life is okay. It's good. It's good. It's good. Yeah.
How is the economy?
That's a very good question. It's not good. It's never been good. But I don't see it getting better. So it's kind of been, yeah. But for Jamaica, the main thing for the economy is tourism. So when the pandemic, hit, that took a big hit. But they kind of reopened things very, very quickly. Like we took 1 month of lockdown and like 2 months after, some of the hotels reopened. People could come here. Vaccines weren't needed. So of course, the pandemic, it got worse here. But everything was still open. Parties were happening. Like it was a whole thing. But the people here, like I love Jamaica. But Jamaican people and any Jamaican will tell you, Jamaicans are very like indisciplined. Like they don't like to follow rules sometimes. So but it's really nice. It's a nice place.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Okay, thank you, Peter, for your question. Thanks a lot. Teguh Raharjo, I'm sorry if I pronounce your name in the wrong way, but do you have any question? Would you like to ask Ms. Gordon any question?
Thank you. Sorry, I don't have any question for the teacher.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
No problem. Thank you. So, Ms. Gordon, one last advice for us.
Yeah. My advice?
Yeah.
Okay, so my advice to you guys is like whatever you want to do, just go for it. Don't overthink it. Just do it. Even if you don't know where to start, like literally, as I told you guys, looking back at me and the blog story and wanting to do it for so long, but I waited so long and I still started it not knowing what I was doing. So I could have started it from then. So start wherever you are and just do your best and continue to work on growing in whatever you do. So don't start it and it gets good and you stop. Start it, get better, continue to get better, still get better, and keep doing better. Like don't stop because you feel like, yes, you've gotten to the point. But I think it's very important to just work hard, do what you like, don't overthink it, and be authentic. Be you. That's my advice. Hope it helps. Okay. And don't be shy. Be confident and speak and have fun. Great. Have fun with it.
Great. Okay, great. That's all, folks. Thank you, Ms. Gordon, for being with us today. So on behalf, thank you. So on behalf of EF Friends Airlines and the entire crew, I'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip to Jamaica. We are looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. We also encourage you to be a host for our next meeting. So let us know in our group if you want that. Thank you. Have a nice day and stay safe.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, Ms. Bording.
Bye,
No
teacher.
problem.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I know she.
A la 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 long, a la 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 long, 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 long. Come on. A la 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 long, a la 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 long, 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 long. Hey. Standing across the room, I saw you smile. I said I wanna talk to you for a little while, but before I make my move, my emotions start running wild. My tongue gets tied, and that's no lie. I'm looking in your eyes. I'm looking in your big brown eyes. Oh yeah, and I've got this to say to you. Hey, girl, I want to make you sweat, sweat till you can't sweat no more. And if you cry out, I'm gonna push it some more. Girl, I want to make you sweat, sweat till you can't sweat no more. And if you cry out, I'm gonna push it some more. A la 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 long, a la 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 long, 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 long. Come on. A la 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 long, a la 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 long, 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 long. Ooh. So I say to myself, if she loves me or not. But the dread I know that love is his to get. With a little bit of this and a little bit of that, the lyrics goes on the attack. My tongue gets tied, and that's no lie. I'm looking in your eyes. I'm looking in your big brown eyes. Ooh, girl, and I've got this to say to you. Hey, girl, I want to make you sweat, sweat till you can't sweat no more. And if you cry out, I'm gonna push it some more. Girl, I want to make you sweat, sweat till you can't sweat no more. And if you cry out, I'm gonna push it some more. A la 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 long, a la 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 long, 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 long. Ooh yeah. A la 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 long, a la 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 long, 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 long. One more time. A la 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 long, a la 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 long, 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 long. Sing it. A la 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 long, a la 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 long, 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 long. Yeah. Woo, 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 wee. Yeah. I'm looking in your big brown eyes. Ooh yeah, and I've got this to say to you. Hey, girl, I want to make you sweat,